Welcome to our gathering today at First Unitarian Universalist Church of Stockton. We are glad you have joined us and hope that you will find here what you are seeking. We are a community of individuals holding many different beliefs, coming from many different places, and each progressing on our own journeys of life and faith. We join together in our commitment to care for humanity and our effort to shape a better, healthier, more accepting, inclusive, and hopeful world. We promise to accept and encourage all those persons of goodwill who gather here, recognizing that we all continue to grow and learn throughout our lifetimes. We especially welcome and stand with LGBTQ persons, even as we seek to welcome all persons of every age, ability, status, color, and ethnicity. We strive to make our community a place of peace and acceptance, love and nurture, even as we challenge ourselves and others to live more faithfully according to the values of Unitarian Universalism.
And now for a chalice lighting. Our chalice lighting words come from Lifting Our Voices, the Maroon poetry book, number 127. And these are the words of the poet Joy Harjo. The stuff I need for singing, by whatever means, is garnered from every thought, every heart that ever pounded the earth. The shape of the mountains, cities, a whistle leaf of grass, a human bent with loss, will revise the pattern of the story of the song. I take it from there, play through the heartbreak of the tenderness of being, until I am the sky, the earth, the song, and the singer. And now for our opening hymn and for greeting one another. Our opening hymn is Come, Come, Whoever You Are, number 188 in the gray hymnal, Singing the Living Tradition. After we're finished singing, you can greet one another. And now for our words of affirmation. Adults can say the adult part, children can say the children's part, and those young at heart can say both. We believe in love. Love is the only doctrine of this church. We believe in truth. The quest for truth is our sacrament. We believe in helping others, and service is our prayer. We believe in the sacredness of life, to dwell together in peace, seek knowledge and freedom, serve humanity in fellowship, and cherish the earth and its creatures. This do we covenant, each with the other.
In the Year 2020 by Danny Quattrone. To my family and the loves of my life, Matt, Lucas, Sophia, and Nugget, this book is not only inspired by you, it is for you. May you remember this year as one filled with silver linings, sweetness, love, gratitude, and epic kitchen dance parties. In the year 2020, there was a pandemic. What is that, you ask? Here, let me explain it. A virus called COVID-19 got many sick, and though it was tragic, it made us all think. Is there a way to make our world better? It's time, we said, let's do this together. What happened next, with patience and time, a new and improved world started to shine. This world was kinder. We all wore a mask, an easy fix to the problem and a considerate task. This world was friendlier, equal, and diverse. We all lived in harmony, our earth, our universe. This world was sweeter, colorful, and inclusive. Love is for everyone. Hate and division are no excuses. This world was happier. We spent more time together. We laughed, danced, played, and got to know each other better. This world was healthier. We spent more time having fun. There's no need to hurry when we're out in the sun. This world was tastier. We all learned to bake. We grew home gardens and celebrated with cake. This world was cleaner. We restored Mother Nature. Look at the happy polar bear relaxing up in the glacier. The sound of laughter, the sight of togetherness, the taste of love, and the feeling of hope now fill up our world. As you can see, sweet child of mine, when we work together, the outcome is truly divine.
Hark, I hear the harps eternal ringing on the farther shore, as I near those swollen waters with their deep and solemn roar. Hallelujah, 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 praise the Lord, hallelujah, hallelujah, glory to the great I am, and my soul boasting with sorrow fading as the light of day, as his sweet o'er those waters to the city far away. Hallelujah, 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 praise the Lamb. Hallelujah, hallelujah, souls have crossed before me safely to the land of perfect rest, and I hear them singing faintly in the mansions of the blessed. Hallelujah, 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 praise the Lord, hallelujah, 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 praise the Lamb. Hallelujah, hallelujah, glory to the great I am.
Each week in our community, we take a few moments to share the deepest experiences of our lives. Let us take a few breaths together while we let this candle stand in for all the joys and the concerns that are spoken in the silence of our hearts. May it be so. Then let us sing together, as is our custom, Spirit of Life.
Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea. Move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots won't be closed, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
Sharing our gifts and offerings. At this time in the service, we share our gifts and offerings. We depend on the pledges and gifts of our members and friends and ask that you give generously according to your means. Any contribution can be sent to our church office, 2737 Pacific Avenue, Stockton, California, 95204. And now we'll hear some beautiful music from Bhakti. Our reading today comes from a book called Together in a Sudden Strangeness. America's Poets Respond to the Pandemic. The poem I'm going to read is by Kitty O'Mara, and it's entitled, And the People Stayed Home. And the people stayed home, and they listened and read books and rested and exercised and made art and played games and learned new ways of being and were still. And they listened more deeply. Some meditated, some prayed, some danced, some met their shadows. My topic today is gifts of the pandemic. During the pandemic, especially during the lockdown, many of us noticed that exciting things were happening that had not happened before, or at least not within our own memories. Most of you will not be surprised when I say I'm going to start with offerings of poetry. Every day during the lockdown in Great Britain, the actor Patrick Stewart read a sonnet aloud to a camera and posted it on Facebook. Just because. It was so intimate, as if we were in his home with him. Sometimes he would say, I don't like this one, so I'm not going to read it. Why? It was a simple gift to anyone who wanted it. Did he have to do this? No. Poets from across the country offered classes which we could not have accessed before Zoom. They stood in their own homes, reading and talking with other poets and sharing what they had written. There are many examples of poets sharing their work publicly for little or no cost. My favorite recently is called Stubborn Praise. In this webinar, 3 poets discuss the writing, reading, and purpose of poetry in their lives and read several of their poems. One of the quotes from last week is, "Poetry stops time." Poetry gives us an experience after which we are transformed. Then there is the sharing of music. People singing from their balconies in Italy, a ukulele player playing in the courtyard of her apartment with her window open to share with her neighbors, 2 people sharing piano duets through the apartment wall. Musicians from all over the world shared their gifts from their homes, sometimes in their pajamas. It was so honest and such a pleasure to see and hear them play and sing unplugged and unproduced. Some families make music together and put it on Facebook.
Lock the door, hit the floor. It's the family lockdown boogie. Incarcerated, blood-related. Family lockdown boogie. Dancing queen in quarantine. Family lockdown.
There was an outpouring of videos of families dancing and singing. Some of them seemed to have missed their calling as professional dancers and singers. A choir director in North Wales by the name of James Sills started a group in March of 2020 called the Sofa Singers. This group is comprised of people all over the world who tune in just to sing along. There is no risk because we are all muted and we all enjoy watching each other sing and dance from our couches. He started this group because he and a few of his friends missed singing in choirs, and he opened it up for free to anyone who wants to join. Some Tuesdays, there are as many as 13 screens of participants, about 400 people on Zoom, and maybe 200 on Facebook Live. He teaches us the tune and some optional harmonies and plays the guitar, sometimes his ukulele, to accompany the song.
1, 2.
If you have any recipe, I'll try them this weekend. So we heard songs and poems, and we saw a few pets. We learned to make scones and origamis. It was pretty great.
Alright, and again. First one.
At least 3 of the local ukulele groups are hosting Zoom or YouTube live sessions during this time of isolation. There too, we are all muted except when someone is playing a solo. So there's no pressure to sing or play any better than you are able. These groups are as welcoming on Zoom and YouTube as they ever were in person. Many museums have offered many no-cost virtual tours, and not just for children either. Then there is the Getty Museum Art Recreation at Home contest. Many creative people took this challenge very seriously and recreated these paintings brilliantly, using only household objects. Some of them are hilarious. Some of them are truly astonishing. One of the best of these recreators is Peter Braithwaite. He's a British baritone in the opera, has done more than 90 of these recreations. Here is one example, Artist Unknown, detail from an Ethiopian gospel book. There is a video on YouTube you can watch showing people in the process of becoming the painting they are copying, if you want to see it. I love to see creative people in process. In each of these cases, it is the commitment to generosity and play that speaks to me. These poets, musicians, and artists are dedicated to sharing their joy with others, even during the lockdown, or maybe because of it, and subsequent pandemic isolation. For this and all other gifts given during the isolation of the pandemic, I, for one, am grateful.
Low below me I feel no motion, standing on these mountains and plains, far away from the rolling ocean. Still my dry land heart can say, I've been sailing all my life now, never harbor or port port have I known? The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home.
Sun, my sail, and moon, my rudder, as I ply the starry sea, leaning over the hedge in wonder, casting questions into the deep, drifting here with my ship's companions, all we kindred pilgrim souls, making our way by the lights of the heavens in a beautiful blue boat home. I give thanks to the waves upholding me, hail the great winds urging me on. Great the infinite sea before me, sing the sky my sailor's song. I was born upon the fathoms, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home.
The benediction today are the words from the song Go Lift It Up. Go lift it up. Love bless your way. Moonlight, starlight, guide your journey into peace and the brightness of day. So be it.